trying to tell her is, I'm constantly under this attack, and they almost have my brain destroyed, and they want to push me out of family, and I'm not understood by any organization or government or family. What is happening to me? Yeah, but that's what happened once my brain's dead. That is the most things I'm really concerned. And once my brain's dead, everything will be pear-shaped. I will, no home, no money, nothing coming into me. And I will be forcefully made like a prostitute. That is what is happening.
That's what they're threatening you with.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I have to keep reassuring you.
Of course. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, and the family and government has to make sure I'm not being pushed out of family.
This is my role, darling.
Yeah. That's
again and again.
That is what,
And we keep doing that forever. Yeah?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That is what actually I'm really worried and frightened about.
It's still British summertime.
Yeah, so basically that Victoria just did not understand. Well, and she keep going on and we want to do something to help you. And she doesn't know, actually, she did not catch what I'm saying, did not. Of course, she was being nice and sweet. Said, of course, we want to help you. Yeah. She did come up with some kind of strange questions, did she?
Yeah.
Like, if you think you're not mentally ill, why are you coming to us? Well, it's because the only place I accept me. Yeah. Yeah, I did try to do all the other things to help myself. If I go police would refer me to doctor. And doctor would push me here. That is all it's about.
Give me a kiss then. I love you forever, my darling. What's this one? Let's listen to this one.
Jayataka Tales. Cambridge University Press C. F. Play. Manager Aontran. Fetter Lane. E.G. Eutberg. Lou Princes Street.
All gone pear-shaped. I'm not that person,
Look, here's Rob dancing.
This actually is exactly really funny. And the most funny is the first dance of Rob Rob was like, almost falling, almost being
How
tricked.
silly your husband is.
Yeah, we are very retarded, that's why. No, you're not silly at all.
Oh,
You're
I'm very
absolutely-
silly, darling. I see. 12D to the Buddha.
You're totally most sweet. You know, my most angel husband to me. Oh, my darling.
Oh, you're my darling.
Or my most beloved person in the world. Yeah, Victoria did not get gist of what I'm talking about.
Here's,
How American attacking us.
hang on, here's the
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah,
Did you see this?
I think I saw this.
She's
Yeah, it's so cute. So beautiful.
FH for G.P. Putnam's Sons Eckenbag, Factita and the Ilfaleras, Macmillan and Co. Limited. Esperanto, J.M. Dent and Sons, Limited. Eroftgo, THE Maruzen Kabushiki Kaisha. Akala Stana.
Stana practices Stana's deities Akala. Akala Stana by Nipham Rinpoche.
Udaya
Eme Wimakwalasi Astana of Eme Wimakwalasi 1 by Jamyang Kient's Choki Lodra. Refuge and Bodhisattva.
Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Oh, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. This is a beautiful episode today of our Quantum Conversations. We are with Nora Walks in Spirit, and this is how to build a quantum matrix field of light. We are going to be building an infinite portal in our quantum matrix. Let's welcome Nora back to the show. Hi, Nora.
Hello there, Loren. How you doing?
Well, we're going to get caught up on the energies. We were just chatting about the energies. Here we are going through the Easter resurrection energies, and yet now we're entering into the eclipse season. And there's stuff going on here, Nora. You and I were just chatting briefly, and this could be what the collective is going through as well. So we're going to reach out to our audience on Zoom and ask our audience to share on the chat line how you've been feeling lately. How, if you've got any questions of what's going on, share your journey with us. And let's check in with you, Nora. You said that you've had a profound awakening. I'll share what's going on with me, but you start first, please. How have you been dealing with these energies?
I'm feeling just an absolute peacefulness. It's very, very connected to the all source. It's very, very peaceful. It's soft. It's very connected. I'm going to say connected because I'm no longer feeling the energy of just channeling information. I'm now breathing it, feeling it, and embodying it. And it is just the holiest of holiest that's come through me. So I think it's kind of like as if, I was on the edge of that diving board, just kind of bouncing a little bit up and down through, March spring equinox and into the Good Friday. And I just dove up into the void. And that's where I'm at even right now. Connect.
Connected. Just listening to your words there, we feel that instant connection.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. It's been very wobbly. There has been since the spring equinox coming in so strong and then going up into Easter. It's been kind of wobbly where some days there's an unknowing or a funny feeling like I've lost my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't feel like eating, or my body feels really tired and exhausted, like no energies. And I realize in the last couple of days that this was the preparation of the body getting ready for stepping into this really, really powerful month of May.
The mystical month of May. We've got Wesak coming.
Yeah.
And wow. Okay. So it's interesting that there's this eclipse portal.
Yeah.
Are there always eclipse portals before May, or it's random?
It's usually falls one in front and one behind Easter resurrection.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And that's when these higher portals start opening, just before and just after Easter.
Okay. So now to help our audience sharing their questions or sharing their experience as well, I want to share my experience really since the 2022 gateway, February 2nd. I felt a great activation of the goddess.
Oh,
Self-love for myself that I really hadn't felt for a long time. A release of judgment, self-judgment of myself. And now I feel like I'm going to cry because we're going so deep. It's like that high elevated activation kept me sky high like a kite for months. And then maybe it started this week in little increments. There's been, I want to use the word dredge, and dredging is when you rake the bottom of a lake. It scrapes up all the muck of a lake, and I feel like there's that's going on with me, and it's more of like it could be the inner child, the wounded child, but it feels more like my neglected teenage self and experiences that I had when I was a young adult, going out in the world, creating relationships with people. And that's what I'm feeling here. It's very interesting, but talking to you right now, I'm elevated out of it. So that's good. So isn't that interesting that this happens before these higher portals open up? What's going on there?
It's almost like, since I went into this holiest of holies portal on Good Friday and really connected into the Holy Presence and that whole resurrection codes and rejuvenating and everything, it really feels to me as you're talking as that this shifting and transforming within the physical mental body that you're experiencing and everyone else is, the emotional body is also transmitting outward of what it needs to be shifted of. And so you're releasing and transmuting the old energies and things and soaring, like a rocket on that 2-2 gateway. But there's this laggards of threads of the emotional body that are stuck inside this body today, not in the timeline body or the cellular memory body of other lifetimes. And so we're beginning to sense and feel this exiting of the 3D energies while we're elevating into these higher, eclipsing and accelerating fifth dimension and beyond energies. And that's why you're so sensitive. We are very sensitive. What is that word? Sensitizing, magnetizing to these quantum fields around us. And so when you have that sensitivity of an emotion inside, it's coming in because there's a self-realization in your physical body and your mental body that you just have a few of those threads still stuck inside at the bottom of the bucket.
The dredge.
Yeah, that's what
right now. I'm crying right now, and I know that others will too. Oh my gosh, forgive me.
No, we never forgive the tears. That's the little child being released and healed. You're subliminally adjusting and tweaking your mind and your inner child when you move into this emotion. It's beautiful when people cry. We need to have
radio. Great, beautiful. and I'm feeling, I'm reading some comments in the chat.
Right.
Breath here. And, people are going through some stuff. So it's good to know that that we can move through it, that these are stages, and wow. All right. And so as we go into the eclipse and into these higher energies, it's an opportunity to really look into this emotion, into these emotions, and honor them and love them and trace them back to where they began. And you mentioned past lives, and there was an instance in the past few weeks that I looked around at everything and everyone that I felt connected to, and I saw how connected we were. I saw the past lives of so many past lives with people and things, and wow. So we are exiting the 3D energies, right, while elevating, and that feels like a rubber band.
But you're also very subliminally integrating the past and the future all at the same time together. That's where the quantum fields are coming in. That's where the higher energies are vibrating, and your mind is accepting it, and your inner child is letting go of it. So we are in that kind of tail, or that turning, spinning energy right now. And plus we have a lot of emotions going on the planet right now. It's in an uproar.
Yes. We could think that the new light coming in, there's incredible cosmic rays coming in, and and that could juggle us or joggle us or jostle us, right?
It does jostle you a lot, because it's like, it's almost like something racing by you all of a sudden. It's like, what the heck? It makes you jump, because it's an altering frequency, and we're not ready for it.
And so on the flip side of that, there could be short tempers with people, very short, right?
Yeah.
If it's related to something that needs to be looked at within us and come up to be released.
Yeah, that's the fear that is inside them that they're not wanting to still deal with. It's that hidden emotional block that's being pushed up by these higher frequencies, and the emotions are pulling those other stagnant ones, out of that dredged area, and it comes up too quick for that person, and they get angry, or they're short-tempered, or they're feeling disorientated, And really it's an emotion of fear that's inside them that they have to release.
Yeah.
So,
Well, go ahead.
so to me, it's really really about listening to your feelings, listening to what the body is trying to show you, and listening to what others around you are expressing. Because if you go in phase, which we don't want to do, but it's hard not to on some days, if you go in phase with the energies of others around you, then you start losing that connection. And then on the positive side, when you do go in phase with them, it's because you have something inside of you that needs to be revealed. You wouldn't have an emotion or a reaction if it wasn't going on inside of you. So it's a good thing.
Yes. Just as you said that, I could feel for those who commented in our Zoom chat, I could feel that we all got that. And we felt a release of what was bringing us down. Yes. Okay.
So this brings to mind, how powerful we have moved into a telepathic frequency.
Yes.
Because our collective consciousness all went in alignment with our cellular bodies, and our emotional conscious body released something in that very moment. And now you can feel that energy lifting again.
Yes, I'm lifted, I'm elevated. All right.
As I just pulled that frequency of that thread of unknowingness, of laggards of fear-based energies, unknown fear-based energies, and it's in the collective consciousness. And so it's easy to pull that one thread and off it lifts out of everybody.
Yes. Oh my God, I just got big goosebumps all over. All right. Thank you. That's why we love you, Nora, and being here in your essence, because I lose thought because there's nothing to think about. It's the feeling, and it feels so multidimensional right now. All right. I would like to share some of the comments going on because I think it's important to what we're speaking about. So here's a few. Rose says, crazy times, overwhelmed with difficulties and roadblocks.
Oh boy. We don't want to have any roadblocks. We want to have green lights. And that is what's coming on this very weekend with this partial eclipse. It's a green light. It's go. It's jump into the ethers of your higher energies around you, and just put that intention, all green lights, all elevations, all purifications, and keep that intention going. And that's what happens on an eclipse. All intentions, all premonitions start going into realities. This is what's happening. And it has to happen just before the first day of the 5th month.
Oh, wow. And that's us right here tomorrow. We're actually in that portal right now.
There you go.
All right. So I hope everyone can feel what Nora just illustrated there and just spoke about. Purification, that makes sense with what I felt today. And the green light, go, all intentions go into realities. What a powerful time to really focus on New Earth, to focus on and no wonder just yesterday and even this morning, I was like getting pretty busy with some of the focused service work that I'd like to move forward with. And so that makes perfect sense because we're at a really good opportunity right now. So here's another comment. Here's this from Sherry. I've had a rough day.
Thank you.
People
for
have been
being here.
pushing my buttons,
My
even
first
family
time
members.
teaching in person since
Okay.
March of
I
2019.
chuchu kora barete,
So for me,
ichi
it's just a
yuchu
breath of
ichi
fresh
yuchu
air.
yuchu kora
And you all
barena,
have breath of fresh air
namani
through
yuchu
masks when we're
kora
together.
barete, ichi don't know.
And I want to thank
It's
you for
not like
this.
they're wanting to
Thank you
push
for
the
coming.
buttons.
I would thank you
It's
for
like
coming
we're
under any
elevating and
circumstances,
shifting
because
and
it's not
emanating.
easy.
We're like
I mean,
we're
it's a bit of a
illuminating
thing
a
to
light
get ready to come to a
energy
retreat.
field
And,
because
and under the
we've been
present
transitioning more
circumstances, for you to
rapidly.
come when a lot of people are
It's
loosening
almost
up
like
and not wearing masks anymore, and you're probably
when I
wearing
look at the
masks
people
less than
today
usual.
online,
And for
and
you
this
to
gal
come and
here
agree
who is
to put on
talking,
your
it's
masks
almost like,
again,
you know,
I'm deeply
that toy
touched.
that a child has
And I
is
want to say,
and pumping
just
that
in a personal
spin
sense, we're
top,
going to start with
and you
opening
push
prayers
it
and
down
stuff,
and
but I
pump
want
it
to
and pump
just
it and pump it,
be here
and
with you for a few
that
minutes
little
before we do
thing
that.
starts spinning,
I want
spinning,
to
spinning.
do what we
Yeah.
don't always
And so
do
this is
in
what
this
we've been getting
pandemic
since the
world that
2-2
we live
gateway.
in.
We've been getting
I want
not
to
the
explain a
pumping,
little
it's
bit
like
of
at the
it.
top
We
of our
take in
crown chakra,
general
we've
at
been
the
getting
Dzogchen
this
Institute, we have
download,
very
download,
clear
download, you know,
COVID
full
precautions,
moon, a
and we
new
haven't
moon,
had a
eclipse,
slip.
a
And a
gateway. It's
lot of
like
other
download
places have
that's we've
tried to
been being
open and then they had to close
infused
again,
and
and
in
so on,
pumping
and a little bit of
in
a
of these
spread.
high
And that hasn't
frequencies.
happened here
And
because of the
so
care
it
that's taken
gets
by the staff
exciting, it gets
at the Institute.
accelerating
But I also want to say
inside the inner
something
child,
personal,
inside
which
those
is,
four bodies.
I'm the
And what are we
person here
doing?
talking
We're
about the old
transmitting
lady
a
who
spinning
has a
light
severe and
in our aura
underlying
field.
condition.
Uh-huh.
And you know,
And
just to
as you're
be, I have
having this
an incurable lung
spinning
disease. I'm
light
doing great, as you can tell.
vibration
You know, I'm marching
moving around you,
and I can breathe,
other
and I can
people
talk, and
come
so on.
in
But
and they're stepping
with
in your
COVID,
field, and
it could be
they're not
different.
certain of who you are
So
or
for me
if they like you, why
personally,
you have that
I could
energy.
not be
It
here
affects
with you
their
were you not
energetic
willing to be
field.
here in this
And
way.
so they make a
And so
lowering
it's a great
comment,
gift that
or they
you're
make
giving
an
me by your
agitation
presence, your masked
towards you.
presence.
It's just
And
almost like
I
someone
was
throwing
thinking
a
about this
stone in
moment
a
of
spinning
seeing you all
wheel.
with your masks on.
So
And at some point we'll
it's
be
not really that
outside
they're
and
pushing
everybody
our
can take their
buttons,
masks
it's
off,
that
but that
they're
moment isn't
stepping
this.
into
And
our
I
spinning
found myself
essence
saying,
Uh-huh.
of our own
behind our masks,
transition, of our
we're the
own
ones we've been waiting
elevation.
for.
So it's
And we're the
okay.
ones that
We
we've
just
been
have to
practicing with in our minds,
take
many of us,
heed to what
whether
the
we know
person is
each other in this
saying or
lifetime or
how they're
not.
reacting towards
This may
us,
be our first
and
time
just
of
be very
meeting,
still,
apparently.
no
But over and
response,
over
just
again, those of us
emanate
who've taken
more
commitments
light
together and
everyone.
done practice
from
together and
within
other
you
rounds
onto
Great
them.
to
gather
see you.
again. So
And then you'll
It's
see their own adjustment.
it's
You'll
been a
hear their
while
tone of voice change.
since we've
as she
since
was
many of us have seen one another, but it's
declining
lovely
with
to
that,
see all of
as
you
you know,
tonight, and I'm happy to
very
be part of this
demolishing
program at
disease.
KTD Monastery.
I went to see her.
大家好，很高兴见到大家。有些呢，就是我们的法友已经有一段时间没有见面了，所以我很高兴见到大家。我特别高兴呢，能够就是开始就是做这个 KTD 的这一个课程。
I'm really happy also to have the help of Lama Sonam to translate for me this evening.
我也很高兴有拉玛苏丹做我的翻译。
And also, I'll be presenting some materials this evening about the Lojong practice. And I want to let you know that the reason they're so beautiful is that Lama Sonam is good at PowerPoint.
我今天呢，给大家分享一些就是关于修心的资料。我特别高兴的就是因为我们就是在这个拉玛苏丹的帮助下，我们做了这个 PowerPoint 这个投影。
Being energy. You are the higher self and the creator. A light at the end of a tunnel signifies a newfound discovery. Something dawns on you and it's like a light switch is flicked on. The tunnel wasn't even visible before, you didn't see it there, but the light at the end illuminates the new path and your curiosity takes you on a journey into it. A revelation can come when you least expect it, and most often, that's how it does come in, because it isn't something you try to have. It's a moment of clarity when what you thought was true is either proven wrong or it's enhanced with more truth. Your senses for what is real are sharpening, and there is no more question about whether this world is your creation or someone else's. You have the revelation, and it shows you that you are not fumbling around in a series of dark tunnels looking for light. You are not the lost one without any sense of direction who is trying to sort out what you're supposed to be doing here. You're the creator. You know where you are, you know where the lights are, and you know what you're doing here. It's time to move into this knowing and release the need to figure it out. Your signs and synchronicities have been increasing in frequency and variety. Your higher self is getting more creative with showing you what reality is. You are the higher self. It's you bringing these signs. The higher self is also not some mysterious other being who knows more than you and is holding on to secrets and waiting for you to work them out. You are the one orchestrating the events unfolding, delivering the messages, and creating everything you're feeling and sensing in form or otherwise. You are doing this. There is nothing to work out when you recognize that your higher self is you and there's no separation. The higher self has been here all along as a reminder that this is you. You've been aware the entire time and you were just trying to show this fact to yourself. Become this one you consider to be higher. Your vibration is reaching the same wavelength. All you've been doing to keep bright and positive and all the gratitude you've been cycling through your heart has brought you to this level. There is no separation. Take part in the role your higher self has been playing. Deliver the numbers you love to see around you, send yourself more fun and synchronicities, and be completely involved in stepping into the next illuminated path. It's your choice and you can be a part of the choices for your soul's development. We love to watch you create your own world and we love to play in it with you. Build it to suit your new standards and move into knowing that this is all you, you're the designer and the builder. You do it all. Enjoy this and experiment with it. Feel you in the higher self and know it's all you and you can begin being a much more conscious and integral part of the unfolding creation process. We love you. Source Consciousness. Awakening Divine Plan Higher Self Manifestation Perception Power Reality Truth You are Love.
Thanks, Danny.
Astana Avembe Macron C1 by Jam Yang Pian's Choki Later. Refuge in Bodhisattva. Sangicho Dan Sok Kai Chokman La. Being the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly.
Please continue to hold to talk to an advisor.
Chanchok Badu Dakanai Kayab Sukai. I take refuge until I attain enlightenment. Dak Gi Jin Sok Gayat Sonan Kai. Through the merit of practicing generosity and so on. Dro la pencha sangi drop shok. May I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Repeat this verse 3 times.
I'm very grateful. Thank you.
所以就可以跟大家更好的来分享。
Okay. Well, I also want to say hello and thanks to all of you for supporting KTD Monastery, who is the sponsor of this program, because these days we need all of the positive energy in the world that we possibly can have. And KTD presenting programs like this helps the world, I think, not just in our little neighborhood, but the entire world. So thank you for supporting that.
我还要特别感谢呢支持这次课程的所有的功德主们，因为呢我们现在的世界呢特别的需要正能量，而 KTD 的这些佛法的课程呢，它呢不只是给我们这个小的社区带来利益，它同时呢会给我们整个世界带来利益和正能量。
I'm not accustomed to sharing information of an entire book over a period of weeks, but I'm going to try my best.
那么我在几周之内呢就要分享这整部书呢，我还是不太适应的，但是我会尽力去做的。
In a way, it's a little bit of an adventure, like a journey that we're taking together.
它就像我们呢一起来做一个历险，再来做经历一个历程。
We're going to discover a wonderful book that has the potential to help us live a better life and happier life.
那我们要一起来探索呢这一部能够带给我们更快乐人生的著作。
We'll be learning some things along the way, and we'll be trying to help each other understand this wonderful book.
那在旅途上呢，我们要互相帮助呢，更好的来理解这一部这个殊胜的这一部著作。
As I speak this evening, you may have a question that comes up for you.
那就是我在讲的时候，可能大家会有问题。
If you have the capability of typing your question into the chat, we will stop from time to time and go over the questions we receive.
那你要是会打字的话，可以把你的问题呢放在这个交流栏里面，然后我们会就是中间呢会停下来看一下回答问题。
I have to be honest and tell you that I am not used to having this many people in one of my talks.
那我也得跟大家坦诚的说呢，我从来没有说在我的一次讲座中有这么多的法友。
I live in like a very small town, but my Dharma center is in a large city.
我自己住在一个很小的镇子上，但是就是我的佛法中心呢是在一个大城市里面。
But even at our or large city center, usually maybe we'll get 15 or 20 people for a program. So this is a few more than that.
那这个我即使是在大城市市中心呢，但是我们每次的佛法活动呢，也就是15到20个人。那么今天呢，真的是有一个很大的这个听众。
But I will do my best, and if you can write any of your questions in the chat. I see there was one just now about the name of the book, and I'll tell you very shortly.
那就是请大家呢，就是有什么问题呢，就随时分享在交流栏，我会尽力的帮助大家。然后现在就有一个问题呢，就是问呢这部书的名字叫什么
？In fact, I have an old copy of the book here. This is not the copy you will find for sale now.
那我有一部这部书的老版，你可能现在找不到这个版本了。
But it is my favorite copy of the book, and it's kind of falling apart.
那是我最喜欢的一个版本，所以它看起来已经很旧了，要散了。
The pages are now round on the ends.
那这个书页呢，已经磨得圆了。
And I think the binding is broken in a few places.
那这个装订呢，好像也要松开了，有些地方。
In fact, some of the pages are about ready to fall out.
有几页已经掉下来了。
But Khenpo Karthar Rinpoche touched this book, so I feel like it has a blessing.
但是呢，因为我的上师堪布卡塔仁波切他摸过这一部书，所以对我来说呢，它是一个加持。
In fact, all of the teachings that you will hear about this book are coming from the oral tradition of Khenpo Karthar Rinpoche's teachings.
那就是你接下来会听到的所有关于这一部著作的教授呢，实际上都是来自于堪布卡塔仁波切他的口授的。
When I first graduated from the 3-year retreat in 1996, I asked Khenpo Rinpoche what sorts of things he would like for me to teach.
那在我做完第一次的3年闭关，是在1996年。做完闭关之后呢，我问堪布卡塔仁波切说，他希望我教授些什么内容。
He suggested that I teach mantra practices such as Chenrezig and Tara and so on.
那他呢，当时给我建议呢，就是教授一些这个持咒的，比如说是观音、四臂观音和度母的修法。
But at the end of our talk, I said, "Could I teach Lojong, please?"
那在我们谈话快结束的时候，我问仁波切说：“那我能不能讲一下教授这个修心呢？”
And he said, "Oh yes, of course. That's very important."
他说当然了，那很重要。
Female presenters.
And it reminded me of something he said many years before that.
那这就让我想起来，就是在那之前的很多年呢，他曾经说过的话。
In the 1980s, when he was first teaching in the United States, he taught about Lojong.
但是1980年，他第一次在美国这个传法的时候呢，他讲过修行法要。
And he said that the word lo, L-O, means training. Means mind, and jong means training.
他当时说呢，这个 Lojong 就是藏文的修行呢，叫 Lojong，Lo 是心的意思 ，Jong 呢就是训练的意思。
So Lojong means training the mind.
这个 Lojong 呢，修心呢，就是它的意思呢，就是训练你的心。
And he said it was very important because Lojong trained the mind in the Bodhisattva motivation.
他说呢，这个修心法呢是非常重要的，因为呢，它是呢，就是让你的心呢训练的是菩提心。
And he said that if you train your mind with bodhicitta, all of the Dharma practice you do will be improved by your bodhisattva motivation.
他说呢，如果你就是训练你的心呢，以这个菩提心来修心呢，那么你所有的修持呢，都会因为你的这个菩萨愿心呢而得到增上。
Many people like to skip over practices like this because they think they're only for beginners.
那很多人呢，就是愿意呢，就是略过这一段不去修，因为他们认为呢，这个教授只是给初学者的。
But when I went to see Khenpo Rinpoche some years later and showed him the bad condition of my book, he had a little bit of advice for me.
我过了几年之后呢，给堪布仁波切看我这一部已经就是磨得不能很旧的书的时候，他给了我一些建议。
I had to go into his interview room to ask him a question, and I brought the book with me, sort of by accident.
我当时是要去跟他做一个个人的面谈，当时我进去的时候呢，就是随便的就正好手里拿着这部书。
And he saw the book, and I said, "I'm sorry, it's in such bad condition."
他看到这一部书呢，然后我就说呢，对不起，仁波切，这部书真的是磨得很旧了，就是很不好。
He said, "What book is it?" And I said, "Oh, it's Lojong." And he asked to look at the book, and he opened the book and looked through it, even though he did not read English.
他问呢，说这是什么书？然后我回答说这是修心法要。然后那仁波切就拿过这部书呢，就从头到尾翻了一遍，尽管呢他不认识英文。
And he handed me back the book, and he said, "You know, there's nothing better than this."
他把这本书还给我呢，他就说，没有比这更好的了。
He said, "This book contains a complete path to Buddhahood."
他说呢，这部书呢，就是已经包含了整个完整的成佛之道。
He said, "You need nothing else."
你不需要你都不需要其他的。
So that little piece of advice has stayed with me to today.
那么他这句话呢，就是一直到今天呢，我都是记忆犹新的。
So the Bodhisattva motivation is incredibly powerful, and it can change minds, and it can change your life.
那么这个菩提心呢，它的实力量是如此的强大，它可以改变你的心，也可以改变你的生活。
So it's going to be my job, and my happy job, to show you about this book, how to study it, and how to practice what's in it.
那现在呢，就是我的一个非常就是甘之如饴的一个工作呢，来跟大家分享这部书的内容。
Someone asked the title of the book.
有人问它的题目叫什么？
And I will show you the book in the English. I was going to try to type it, but I think yeah, I can. But it's called The Great.
Lama, if you share it, I will get a link to it from the bookstore for people.
Fantastic.
Share that.
Fantastic. Very good.
这样说呢，这喇嘛这个他已经把这英文题目打在这个 chat 聊天栏了，然后这样呢，他会把那个 KDT 的书店里面这部书的连接呢发给大家，大家可以请购。中文的名字呢就叫《觉醒大道》。
Yeah, so this book was originally written in the 19th century, and this English translation was made in the 1970s.
这部书呢，最初呢是在19世纪的时候成文的，然后就是那个成为英文呢是1970几年。
But it's based on a teaching that's much, much older than that.
那么它所基于的这个教授呢，是比这个要久远很多了，是很古老的教法。
Even though the teaching it was given many, many hundreds of years ago, it's still applicable to us today.
虽然呢，这个教法呢是已经就有数百年之老了，这的历史了，但是呢，它对于我们今天呢，还是依然的是非常有效的。
And I just see in the chat that our host has put the link for the English language version of this book into the chat.
那我们就是看到主持人呢已经把这个英文版的连接放在交流栏了。
And in any case, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself.
我有点讲得快了。
come and join me. I am launching my 2022 Property Challenge. My name is Liam Ryan. I'm one of the co-founders of Assets for Life, and I'm currently enjoying some time away here in sunny Dubai, but I've decided to do something extremely special. I am personally looking for 15 people to embark on a Property 2022 challenge where I will be personally training and mentoring you to massive success. The last 12 months in property has been very strong. The UK property market is set to explode for 2022. Lots of opportunity. I've been doing this for over 20 years. And remember, income follows assets. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and focusing in on assets that will make you big lumps of cash or make you passive income, so you start to make money while you sleep. So if you're watching this video now and maybe you deserve a holiday of a lifetime, maybe Dubai could be your destination or somewhere else in the world, let's not forget you need money to have an exceptional life. There's no get-rich-quick schemes here, but if you are serious about becoming a property investor, if you want to know how to start, scale, and grow a successful property business to get out the rat race, replace your income, take away the stress, give you a happier life so you can do the things that you deserve and you desire, then I've got a very special online virtual event where I'm going to be launching the 2022 Property Challenge. Click on the link, get yourself registered. I'm going to introduce you to exactly what is working. You can do this even if you're part-time. You can do this even if you're brand new. You can do this if you're an existing property investor and you now want to go to the next level. You've got to be in it to win it. So click the link, get registered, and come and join me for the 2022 Property Challenge.
This is Webflow. Meet the design tool from the future. The most powerful visual coding tool, coupled with the most intuitive visual CMS that supports any custom content structure. Build complex, rich animations without writing a line of code, all while generating clean, semantic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, or publish directly to the web with one click. Design and develop at the same time with Webflow.
Now then, I'm going to carry on with what I was thinking about during the night. So we're going to represent a page with 10 QR codes. 2 for a paragraph. So there'll be 10 bars like this. Not quite like this. Do you see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to make it 10 like that. And then I'm going to save it. Working folder. It's called encode. And you can see we would feed it in to the system starting with this one. This would be the first one. So it would actually be 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Would it? Is that right? Right. Okay, and we'll save it as a PNG. Okay. Now let's make it all white. Save this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just have a look at the size of it. Go on to resolution 100. And save. Resolution 100. Let's save that. So if we flipped it horizontally, we can save that as 1, 0. If we go into Documents, Bug World, Bug Hub, Nike, Binary, it's the whole 1024, and let's view them as a list. So I've changed my mind. I was calling this one 999, but I'm not going to call it. 000. Let's just copy this folder. And copy it into working. Working encode. It's going to take a while. Oh no. 1024. Okay. 1025, because there must be some hidden system file in there. Now, what I really want to do here. File. We decided that white is 0. But I'm going to change my mind, because what happens if we save it as a bitmap? The ring level. Okay, one bit depth, medium cut, to the ring level. And we invert that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what's the size of that? 13. That's quite a bit more, isn't it? What happens now if we resize it? Maintaining aspect ratio height 1. Now what size is it? That's 1 kb now. View zoom in, 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 view zoom to window, view zoom in, view zoom in, view zoom in. You can do control plus, control plus, 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 plus. Danny. Alright, now by 1. Horizontal. Vertical. Now we're going to increase the canvas size. Like that. Oops. You can save that if you want.
Oh, hello. We've been trying to contact our housing officer. It was someone called April. We're just trying to speak to her. She doesn't work with you anymore, so we're trying to find out who our housing officer is. So my name is Douglas Westbury, W-E-S-T-B-R-Y. 22 I can find it. Well, it's about our tenancy agreement, and my wife's support worker wants me to contact you about meeting with those, so it's about that, and we'll pass on this information to my wife's support worker. Does Sky have her second name? Yes, Okay, Sky Huffy, that's great. We got a direct line, better line than this one. Yeah, could you, and have you got an email address? Yeah, you'll have 07545985064. Yeah, this is my wife. That's still correct too. Yeah. So can we leave it for Sky to contact us? That's right. Yeah, exactly. And what's your name? Thank you so much, Lisa. Have a lovely day.
Now, where was I? 12 by 12, black. Let's just check what it did there size-wise. Yeah, okay. 12 centimeters. So we can now cut. What do you say this is a bit? That's a PNG. Alright. that's your basic frame. Save as. So you'll have 10 inside there. So what we could do. Just pop it in there. Alright, darling.
Yeah. Baby, you got a bread, honey? Charlie? 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 Charlie, got bread? Got bread, baby? Charlie didn't know the bread.
So this is just an example. But what it does is it shows the frame. So I'll save this as. This is a the first line is all ones. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doesn't make any sense. So this is same as this is the basic unit. Increase the size to 14. Is that right? 14 to 14. So we're putting a white all around it, and you'll see that the size now is 14 by 14. With border. So now, grab this.
Okay. I thought, shall I give you some cold coffee?
Lovely, darling. And now we have width 28. So this is what I was